So listen to how this young man views himself, his mother, and the men she's chosen to love.
My name's Marcus, and I'm here today because I do not like black people. They're always out to rob. They're never trying to get a job. They're just out looking for someone to make quick money, and they have that smell to them that I do not like. One of the biggest reasons why I don't like black people is because they're abusive. They treated my mom like crap. I've had to chase a black guy out of my house before with a knife for abusing my mom. She's always dated black guys, no one else, and I hated every single one of them. I hate that my mother married a black guy. I don't see how she could go and marry a black guy when she can either go marry a white guy or just be single. I see myself as a white guy.
What's good, YouTube? This is Cable Fred. You can call me KB. Hey, man, this is part 2 of disgusted about her daughters dating black men. I hate being a black man. So, once again, like I said, it's just a run. This is the second part of that damn first video. Go back there, go like it, go comment on it. If you don't like it, dislike it. I don't care. Just go over and go do that. It's a good video, and this is part 2 of it right here. So this is about one of these black dudes who just hate being a black man, and you know, we're gonna talk about it. We're just gonna talk about it because it's for my brothers, because a lot of black men are doing this in today's society. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, man.
Now, Cynthia's here because her son Marcus, who is biracial, thinks that all black men are lazy and drug addicts. Cynthia says since Marcus was 12, he's identified himself as a white man. Cynthia claims that Marcus's hatred of black men has caused him to lash out at her with racial slurs and verbal attacks because she's only ever dated black men. So listen to how this young man views himself, his mother, and the men she's chosen to love.
My name's Marcus, and I'm here today because I do not like black people. They're always out to rob. They're never trying to get a job. They're just out looking for someone to make quick money, and they have that smell to them that I do not like. One of the biggest reasons why I don't like black people is because they're abusive. They treated my mom like crap. I've had to chase a black guy out of my house before with a knife for abusing my mom. She's always dated black guys, no one else, and I hated every single one of them. I hate that my mother married a black guy. I don't see how she could go and marry a black guy when she can either go marry a white guy or just be single. I see myself as a white guy. I've been raised by white people. I hang out with white people, and I've never been done wrong by white people. Sometimes my friends call me the N-word to aggravate me and get under my skin.
Look at the nigga hair. He think he white. Look at the nigga hair. Come on, man.
Doesn't even apply to me. I'm a white male, period.
Wow. So, Cynthia, how does it feel hearing your son say that out loud?
It hurts.
So what does he say about black people?
He says they're losers, they're lazy, they're drug addicts.
Did you raise him?
No, my parents raised him.
What was the reason for that?
I was an addict at the time, and I asked my mother to raise my children.
Right.
So I wouldn't have them in the streets, and they wouldn't go to social service. My stepfather was part of raising Marcus, and he was racist and he was abusive. He verbally abused Marcus, calling him the N-word.
And yet I understand he has a tattoo of this man's name on him.
Yeah, he came home, I don't know how long ago it was, but it was a while back, and he's showing off the tattoo with this man's name on him.
Now, you're married to Tony at the moment. Tony,
yes.
How do you get on with him? How do you get on with Marcus?
Well, we really don't have much of a relationship, really, you know, because, you know, he's a little bit standoffish.
Is he living with you? Is Marcus living?
Well, all of us live together, but we stay with
my mother.
With her mom.
So let me go back to your problems with drugs. Do you think that's what's affected Marcus?
Yes. I've been clean 8 years. But I believe that Marcus is angry.
Do you think he's angry with you for having abusive men in your life who've happened to be black?
Yes.
So what kind of relationship do you have with Marcus at the moment?
I have no relationship with my son.
Have you ever dated a white man?
No.
Your reason for that? Or do you have a reason?
I have a reason. I just like men of color. That's my preference, and it always has been.
Okay. How does it make you feel to hear Marcus call himself a white man?
It hurts. I don't understand why. I used to tell Marcus that You know, you have both. You have the best of both worlds. You have the black side and you have the white side. But Marcus does not want to acknowledge his black side at all. I mean, he calls me a lover.
Wow.
He calls my husband, telling me I'm married to that sorry. I just don't understand.
What do you want to change today? What would you like to change today?
Well, it'd be two things. First thing, I would love to have a relationship with my son. That's the most important thing to me. I worked really hard to be where I'm at now, and I'm ready to have a relationship with my son.
Let's meet him. Let's meet him and hear from him. Let's welcome Marcus.
My name is Marcus, and I'm here today because I do not like black people. They're always out to rob. They have that smell to them that I do not like. One of the biggest reasons why I don't like black people is because they're abusive. They treated my mom like crap. I hate that my mother married a black guy. Sometimes my friends call me the N-word to aggravate me and get under my skin. That doesn't even apply to me. I'm a white male, period.
Let's meet him. Let's meet him and hear from him. Let's welcome Marcus. Hi, Marcus. Hi, Marcus.
How are you?
Good, thank you. Is everything your mum said true? Is that true?
Yeah, it's true.
What do you think of the men she's dated so far?
Trash.
Trash. What do you think of black men in general?
To me, in my eyes, from what I've seen and grew up around, just trash, lazy, don't want to do anything, just want to use people, rob, steal.
And what
I
happens?
can't even leave a bike in my front yard without them walking by thinking they want to steal it. Me and my buddies walk past the house with a bike. We don't think twice about taking it.
And your buddies are what color?
White.
Now you.
Now, let's be honest. Let's be honest. It's a good portion of them damn black men who do this. We're just gonna be fucking honest. We're just gonna be blunt. We're just gonna be fucking blunt. There's a lot of men who do this. That's why our incarceration rate is so fucking high. Even though it did drop 34%, and we are proud of that. We're gonna be fucking proud of that. We acknowledge that shit. We acknowledge that, bro. We damn black men dropped the incarceration rate. We acknowledge that shit. 34% since 2006. But it's still the majority, man. So, you know, we still need to tighten the fuck up, man. You know, I say for that, we did put that stereotype on us. Not all black men now. Now we know it's not all black men, but we put that stereotype on ourselves, yo. We put that stereotype on ourselves, man. So, you know, I will acknowledge that, and we will own that. But yet, we're still fixing that. We're still working on that. We're still getting better. Period.
Your granddad brought you up.
Yeah.
And what kind of man did you say he was?
Abusive towards me.
You knew that, right?
I didn't know that.
Did he ever call you the N-word?
Yeah, he has.
And that's okay?
I mean, it's not okay, but it's just this man's bent over backwards to raise me.
Do
Do
you-
everything they could to give me what I have.
And they were white?
Yeah.
And do you feel your mum abandoned you?
Somewhat, yeah. Well, she abandoned me for black men that had the drugs and the money to take care of her habit.
And what about Tony sitting next to you? Does he fall into that same category?
Since I've met Tony, he's a sorry guy. You know what I mean? I've never seen him done her wrong. I've never seen him put her hands on her.
And you identify yourself as what color?
White.
But you're not, you're biracial.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But you think of yourself as white.
Yeah.
Does your own skin color bother you?
A little bit, yeah.
How do you wish you were?
Wish I was white.
Would you ever date a black girl?
Hey, now ask a trans person or a gay person. I'm like, so I'm like, oh, so what do you identify yourself as? I identify as a woman. And you be like, okay, well, but you're a man. Niggas were damn raised hell. You see double standards, man. I just had to point that out. It's double standard. Double standard like a motherfucker.
Probably not.
Have you met any black girls? Do you have any black friends?
Not really, no.
Ever met any black women?
Yeah, I've met some.
Ghetto?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably cut me or something.
Really?
Yeah.
So you haven't had any positive black male role models?
Never.
What do you want to say to your son today?
Oh, Marcus, I love you, and I want a relationship with you. But I don't like to be called every time you get mad at me. I'm a lover and my husband, because Tony has never done anything wrong. And matter of fact, you don't know this, Marcus, but that man takes up for you. He does that all the time. Well, look, we got to look out for Marcus, too. Even if, like, he's not home and my daughter will come and ask for something.
Wow.
And
Did you didn't know that?
No.
Anything you want to say to Tony for doing that?
From what I've seen since they've been together, he's been an RA guy. Definitely not like the ones I've seen her date.
Can I introduce you to another couple not like the ones you've seen? In our audience, we've got James and John, if you'd stand up. James, what do you do?
I'm actually a small business owner. I own 2 bars in my town.
His pregnant fiancée is sitting next to him. That's Cynthia. Do they kind of break your stereotype? Anything you can say to Marcus to change his mind, either of you? Because you're going to have a biracial baby yourselves.
Right. I mean, when you close the door on yourself or to any race, you know, you're closing the door to a lot of opportunities. I mean, you don't hate yourself for being you. I mean, be comfortable in your own skin. Embrace it.
Yeah, I'm sure there are out there that, you know, do right, take care of the kids and do all that. But from what I've seen, from what I was raised around, I haven't seen it.
Do you have a close relationship with your father?
No.
Would it be fair to say that if your mother had got with an, it doesn't matter, whatever race you saw her be mistreated by, whatever race profile of the man who rejected you, you would have hatred in your heart for whatever race that is. It just happens that it happens to be black.
Yeah, I guess it's that way.
I've got a 23-year-old daughter, and I have a 19-year-old daughter. Both of them are biracial. They have Italian heritage. They have West Indian heritage. And I would like to think that young people who are multiracial or biracial are the future of this world. But I hear what you're saying. Where you live and from your experiences, that's the way it is. Would this man sitting next to you change your mind?
Maybe. I mean, he's a good guy.
I think he's probably the closest thing you've got to a dad.
Yeah, he is.
So you want to give him...
I mean, I appreciate that.
Is he allowed to hug you, or you don't hug? Men don't hug, or black men don't hug?
It's not like that. It's not like I'm not going to touch him or anything.
So can he give you a hug?
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying, and what maybe you really need to be doing is maybe sitting down. I think you saw some pretty horrible things as a kid, and you went through some tough times, and maybe some kind of talking therapy, some kind of counselling, no shame in that. Maybe you could try that before you make up your mind about any races. Do you two ever hug?
No. Never.
Why
hugged
not?
my son, baby, once in my life.
Why?
I'm ashamed of what I've done. I try to make it right, but it just seems like he keeps punishing me for that. Just like I told your producer earlier, I would give anything, I would give up anything to have a relationship with my son.
Does that not mean anything to you?
It does.
Would you allow her to hug you?
Yeah.
So you can make the first move.
I love you.
That felt good, huh? Okay. We'll be right back.
All right, man, we're gonna end it right there. It's a pretty good video. Just 2 things I'm gonna cover real quick. For black men, gotta do better, man. Like, you know, it is a stereotype out there, and it's damn near a pretty accurate stereotype. I'm not even gonna lie to you. We have a lot of black men who are in and out of jail. I mean, shit, just look at some of these goddamn rappers, bro. Like, become a big rapper just to go in jail. Like, what are we doing, man? Come on, bro. Like, what are we doing? You become a big rapper just to get your ass in jail. And I don't know the validity of it with Pooh Shiesty, but I mean, this nigga, like, they're talking about he about to get life. He's an up-and-coming artist. Great artist at that. Signed to my nigga. Yeah. But now, anyway, you know, I just say we just got to do better, man. You know, but as black men, we got to do fucking better. We got to break this damn stereotype because it's an accurate stereotype. We're not going to deny that. That is a fact. Black men we are up there. Incarceration rate for black men is high. Damn near 60 to 80%. Like, come on, man. Like, we got to do better. We got to do better. As far as her, pick better men. Like, you know, as a mother, you have to understand picking the best man to have a kid with will help you in the long run. She picked bad men. So she left a mark on that kid, scarred that kid. Now this kid over here thinking, okay, hey, well, all black men ain't shit. When that's not the case. It's the men that you pick. That's what we try to tell women. It is the men that you pick. We try to tell our sisters, it's the men that you pick. At the end of the day, you have 100% control of who enters your womb. So, that being said, if you pick a better man, your kid will sit over here and say, okay, look at my mom. She's over here getting slapped up by some guy at the age of 3. Then he grows older to get the age of 6. Mama done got a new boyfriend. Now he's slapping up on her. It's another black man. Get 7, 8, 9, 10. Another black man slapping up on you. You know what I'm saying? So you leave a bad taste in the kid's mouth. If you hoeing around thotting and your daughter sees that, she's more than likely going to imitate it and look at you and be like, okay, well, I think that's okay. If my mom doing it, then that's okay for me. So that's why I say, man, that's why we always tell women, you have to pick better men. You have to pick better men. It falls down on you. These deadbeat fathers come from you women. Stop sitting on here trying to say it's all men. Stop sitting on here trying to say it's black men. Black men hold other black men accountable. Y'all just continue to pick bad men. Y'all put these men in position to be a shit father. Like, you already know they ain't shit, but yet you still jump into a relationship with them and give them a kid. Marry him and then divorce him. He just wasn't the one that I wanted. That's not what you said in your vows. Like, you're just like, you marry this man. Oh, I love this man. And then 2-3 years later, you divorce him. Wow, what are you damn jumping in and out of marriages for? Just having kids for no reason, and that leaves a stain on the kids. So, but hey, this is a good video, man. But do me a favor, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Out.